Hey, welcome everybody. Today we're going to be doing a video on herbal acne treatment, a great treatment for acne. Please read my disclaimer before continuing. So let's meet our herbal pals, the stars of the show. We have echinacea. This is also known as purple coneflower. Very popular herb for immune building and used in many remedies. It's a famous herb amongst Native Americans, and also is a great flower that attracts butterflies. The part we're going to be using is the roots of this, and I like to get my echinacea root from Mountain Rose Herbs. Alright, Mountain Rose is one of my favorite companies. They're a very ethical company, and I absolutely love these guys. They're great. I get a lot of herbs from them. I also get herbs from Jean's Greens. It's on the East Coast. If I need something quicker, I order from Jean's Greens, but Mountain Rose has excellent stuff as well. The other stars of our show, one of them here is chamomile. Now, chamomile you are probably familiar with from chamomile tea. I bet you didn't know it's also a folklore remedy for pink eye and other things like that. You probably have seen it though in soaps and other mild things that are great on your skin. So chamomile, we're going to be using the flowers of the chamomile, and I get these as well also from Mountain Rose Herbs. I get the organic chamomile flowers. Okay, and for the next star, we have here Urtica dioica, which is also known as stinging nettle. Now, you don't have to worry. It's not going to hurt because the stinging nettle has been dried, and when it's dried, it loses its stinging property. Only when it's fresh will it sting you. Stinging nettle is used in herbal infusions. It's an excellent herb to use as a vitamin. It's good for your hair, good for your nails. It's just excellent all around in many ways. And again, I get these from Mountain Rose. The stinging nettles is excellent for many things, so I usually buy a very big bag of it. And while you're getting the things for your remedy that we're making here, I would also order this cosmetic clay. It's a powder that when we mix it with the herbal concoction we make, it's going to make a clay that you can use as a mask. We're using the white clay also from Mountain Rose Herbs for cosmetics, and we're going to use that to make a mask to put on your face. The clay is actually optional, but I would recommend ordering it anyway since you're making an order to get this stuff. Alright, so let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to decot about a quarter cup of the echinacea root into about a cup and a half of water. I'm going to put that on the stove. I'm going to bring it to a boil, and I'm going to reduce the heat, put the cover on, and let that simmer for a half hour. While that's simmering away, I'm going to take the remaining two herbs I have in this remedy. I'm going to take the chamomile flowers and the nettles. I'm going to take a quarter cup of each of them, measure them out, and put them aside. After the half hour is come and gone, I'm going to be careful. I'm going to take the top off because everything's going to be hot, and I'm going to stir in my remaining herbs into the decotted echinacea. So basically, what we're doing is we're doing both things. We're doing we're decotting, and we're also making an infusion. We're taking the dried herbs and putting them in on top of the decotted echinacea. So we're going to let that sit now for about 4 hours to infuse the rest of the medicinal qualities out of the herbs that are there. Alright, now it's the next morning, and I'm going to take my herbal concoction here, and I am going to put it through my, I have a jelly bag over a funnel. You could use cheesecloth or even a colander if you want. But basically what you want to do is you want to get all of the fluid out of that, as much of it as you can. So here you see me putting this into my jelly straining bag. I'm going to try to get as much of it in as I can. Now, another thing you might want to put into this as well, if you wanted to add other things to it, would be plantain, possibly. Plantain works really well. But for this actually has worked out excellent for the folks that we've used it with. In fact, purely by my observation, it seems to work better than many of the pharmaceuticals out there, the prescriptions out there. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to squeeze out as much fluid as we can. You know, squeeze it good and get all the fluid out that you possibly can. Alright. Alright, so now you have your fluid here, which you can use as a toner. The way that you can use this as well is as a mask, by using the clay we mentioned earlier and mixing a little bit of it in with the mask. But if you want to use it as a toner, all you need to do is take like a cotton ball and dip it in, and then rub it on the areas that are infected. So like I said, all you have to do to get this to be a facial mask is to get yourself some clay over here. This is like a powder. You mix a little bit of that fluid in with it and make it into a paste. Put it over your face and use it like any other mask. The white one that I have here pictured is very mild. You could use other clays as well, and should work out really, really good for you. Okay, now this fluid is only going to last about 3 days. So we have a lot more here than we normally would use in 3 days. So what I recommend doing is getting yourself an ice cube tray and pouring the ice cube trays, each little ice cube like half full, and taking that and freezing it. And after it's frozen, you're going to just take them out of the ice cube tray, put them in a Ziploc bag, and from there you should be good to go. You defrost 1 cube every 3 days and use that cube for 3 days, and then you go to the next cube and you go to the next cube, so you could get this solution here to last for quite some time doing that. I have here about a cup after using about 1.5 cups of fluid. Now you notice I didn't use any alcohol at all in this acne remedy or any kind of witch hazel. Sometimes those things are too drying, so I try to not use them so much. Alright, so I hope that was helpful for you. Hope you got a lot out of it. And learn to use herbs in your daily life. It's a great way to incorporate the wisdom of old and to help the people that you love or even yourself out. And definitely it's something I would recommend. And if you like what you saw here, please subscribe to my channel. And if you like the video, please like it if you can. And please share this with your friends. And certainly I would recommend teaching your children, teaching people that can benefit by this, because it really is great stuff to know in getting back to nature and using natural medicines as opposed to everything else that's out there. Alright, take care everybody.